When SIG brought the P365 to the table, they really changed the carry game as we know it. But there's 3 guns you're looking at here that have really kind of pushed it to the next level in their own specific way. At the end of this, I'm going to tell you which gun here I think is doing the best job to take concealed carry to the next level. Now, if you enjoy what I do here, consider subscribing, hit your notifications so you never miss a video from me. Let's get into it. So when the original Hellcat dropped, I wasn't a huge fan of it, but when they dropped the Hellcat Pro, I am a bigger fan of this one than I ever was the original Hellcat, and they've done some really nice things here. So you have a really nice front sight there. The rear sight, not a huge fan. The Hex Wasp actually has a unique shape here, and it's a pretty decent red dot on a pistol, slim design, easy to grasp onto and charge the gun. Really nice there. And overall size is on the upper end of what you would consider a micro 9. You know, it's really getting up there. But what's impressive is they crammed 15 rounds into this magazine. Now, if you remember just a few short years ago, we were looking at carry guns with 7 and 8 rounds as the standard, and now we have a carry gun with 15 rounds of 9mm, plus 1 in the pipe, of course. So essentially 16 rounds on tap with your 1 magazine. Carry a backup, and you're right there with some of the higher cap full-size guns. But what they didn't do is sacrifice size in some areas, right? So an overall length isn't as important here unless you're appendix carrying. But if you look at the width there, it's right in line with pretty much every other manufacturer in their micro 9s. It's got a really great grip texture, and for people out there that don't like smaller guns because they can't get a full grip on it, you probably won't have that issue with this gun because it almost is the size of a full size, yet retaining some of the features of a micro 9. It's pretty impressive. And because they literally doubled the capacity of some of the earlier single stacks, this thing is really pushing concealed carry to the next level. Keep in mind, a little bit of a drawback there because you do have a longer grip, but most people, I would say, could probably carry this gun and feel just comfortable with it. Like I said, it's on the upper end of things, but man, they really impressed me with the capacity on this gun. We're going to look at the P365 XL Spectre comp, and they're really bringing a custom gun straight from the factory into your holster, and you really do retain a ton of custom features. This thing is pretty impressive. So not only do you have this LXG laser engraved module, which is real, I mean, dude, this thing feels amazing in the hand. Of course, the XL felt amazing in the hand too, but this one with this grip module feels fantastic. So you have that nitride coated gold barrel and gold trigger on this thing, and it's a little bit smoother of a trigger compared to the XL. Not by much, the weight is about the same, but it is a little bit smoother. And when it comes to a gun with a flat face trigger, this thing shoots like a dream and literally shoots like a bigger gun, right? You have the best set of pistol sights on any gun from any manufacturer right here. With these X-ray style sights, you have a bright green dot up front, you have blacked out rear, and they are tritium inserts. And the key thing on this gun, the Spectre comp, it actually comes with a compensator that's integrated onto the gun. So you don't have to thread it on, you don't have to worry about it walking out, it's already right there. Now SIG claims 30% reduction in their actual shooting. I don't know I'd call it 30%, but I will say it does keep that muzzle down more than the XL. Truly one of the best looking carry guns, if not the best looking carry gun on the market, still retaining the P365 reliability and great size, weight, capacity. I mean, you're talking about 12 rounds on the mag. Now compared to the Hellcat Pro, they're about the same length on paper, right? And this one holds 12 rounds. The Hellcat Pro actually has 15 rounds. So that's why the Hellcat Pro is really in this video, because they really did an amazing job with getting 15 rounds in that gun. But nonetheless, 12 rounds in a gun like this is actually pretty incredible. So 12 plus 1, 13 rounds on tap with a gun like this, man, it is just absolutely beautiful. But functionality wise, this thing shoots like a freaking dream. And yes, you can run an optic on this one right here. The SIG Custom Works factory knocked it out of the park with this gun. So they didn't stop at the Shield Plus in 9mm and say, hey man, we got a winner on our hands, let's just ride this thing out. Nope. They decided, we're gonna make a brand new round just for the concealed carry market, which is flexing pretty hard, but I will say it's absolutely incredible. So in my own testing with 10% FBI ballistic gel from Clear Ballistics, this stuff was getting close to 18 inches. You compare that to the 9mm, which I had Spear Gold Dot and I had Federal Hollow Points, the 30 Super Carry really performed well. Now keep in mind, there was no drywall, there was no denim, there was nothing to actually replicate real life scenarios. It was just the ballistic gel. But nonetheless, I think the 30 Super Carry is something I'm really starting to believe in, especially seeing that test. Directly in the center, let's see how that looks. All right, we hit left to center. Let's see what we got. So they didn't stop there with the actual round though. You actually get 13 rounds in a flat base plate magazine, 16 in the extended now, flat face trigger, front and rear side serrations. You actually have night sights on this gun with a bright orange dot in the front, and yes, you can run an optic on this gun. The 30 Super Carry in more ways than one is really revolutionary. Now let me show you this versus a 9mm really quick. Now the Shield Plus is one of my favorite guns. That's the one you're seeing on the right in 9mm. And just to show you, they are the same size all the way around. Length, width, height, essentially the same gun, and they were able to pack more rounds in there. Now, of course, 30 Super Carry is a little bit smaller in diameter, so that's why they were able to actually get more rounds in there. So it's somewhere between like a 9 and a 380 as far as the size. But the fact that they were able to design a brand new round just for the concealed carry market makes this a truly next level concealed carry gun. So when we're looking at these three guns compared in our next level concealed carry test here, the one I'm going with is going to be the SIG Sauer. And the reason I say that is because I still haven't really gotten my bearings down with 30 Super Carry as far as being really proficient with this round. I actually think it has just a little bit more recoil. Mrs Hegshot thinks it has a little bit less, but regardless, I just am not totally comfortable shooting this gun like I am the 9mm version of it. That's not to say that I won't be, but I'm just not there. And then in 30 Super Carry, the round itself, I'm warming up. The more I see from it, I'm warming up to it, but I'm still like, I still got to go with the 9mm, you know? It's like, it's not a barrier that I can't cross. It's just a barrier I haven't found a way to climb over just yet. But again, I'm going to be doing more testing with this round because so far it's done fantastic, but I really want to see what it does against drywall, denim, things in the real world, what I didn't do in my first test. And then the Hellcat Pro would be my least favorite. And the only reason I say that, I really like the Hellcat Pro. I really do. That's why you're still seeing it on the table. That's why I still have it in my collection, because it's such a great carry gun and definitely pushes the bar, which I like that. The problem I have with it, I'm just not the best shot with it compared to some of these others. Now, I'm very efficient with the Hellcat Pro, but if I had to actually put my life on the line and know which one I could actually hit, you know, a bad guy at 20 yards with, I'm going with the SIG, dude. The Spectre comp in 9mm, they seriously pushed the bar with this thing, man, and they did an incredible job. But all three guns right here, I really commend these companies for taking this and not just saying, hey, we're gonna make a 10 round or 12 round gun, or what they could have done is say, okay, the SIG, which was 10 rounds, well, the Hellcat Pro is 11. Okay, well, the new Shield Plus, we're gonna do 12. You know, they came out with their versions to compete with the P365, and then they jumped ahead and said, now we're gonna do something totally different. I really respect it. But I wanna know what your opinion is down in the comments below. Let me know which one of these guns you like the best and why. Which one do you think is pushing the bar more than any other? Now, if I had to answer that question, I would clearly go with the Shield Plus, because to come out with a brand new round just for concealed carry, like I said, dude, that is pretty dang incredible. Don't get this video twisted. I love this gun. I just got to warm up to it a little bit more. But please leave your opinions down in the comments below. Again, if you like what I do, make sure you subscribe down below. And if you want to support me, you can do that through Patreon for as little as $1 a month. I'll leave that link down below as well. Thank you guys for joining me. See you in the next one. And as always, hold them down.